This recording is going to cover the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system is the communicating portion of the nervous system. It connects the central nervous system with the rest of the body. It consists of all the nervous tissue outside the central nervous system, including the special sense organs. It has two subdivisions, cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Cranial nerves. 12 pairs of nerves known by name and number. The name suggests either their distribution or their function, while their number tells us the order in which they connect to the brain from anterior to posterior. They exit the skull through small foramens, allowing them to get to their destinations. They can be motor nerves, sensory nerves, or mixed, meaning both sensory and motor. We're not responsible for their functions, except for the first 3 and the 10th, but we need to know the number and name. So they are numbered Roman numerals 1 through 12. So number 1 is the olfactory nerve. Its function is smell. Number 2 is the optic nerve. Its function is vision. Number 3, oculomotor nerve. It moves the eyelids and its eyeballs. 4, the trochlear nerve moves eyeballs and the proprioception. 5 is the trigeminal nerve. Its function is sensation of the head and face, chewing, and proprioception. 6 is the abducens nerve. It abducts the eyes. 7 is the facial nerve. Its function is facial expression. Number 8 is the auditory, also known as the vestibulocochlear nerve, and this functions for hearing and our equilibrium or balance. 9 is glossopharyngeal nerve, and its functions is for the sensation of the tongue, swallowing, secretions of saliva. 10, the vagus nerve. Its functions for sensation of movement of the organs. 11, the accessory or spinal accessory. And this functions for shoulder movements, turning movements of the head, movements of the viscera, and voice production. And the last one, 12, is the hypoglossal, and that functions for tongue movements and proprioception. Again, you should really know the functions of olfactory, optic, oculomotor, and the vagus nerves. It might be helpful to use the sentence in memorizing the names in the correct order. The first letter corresponds to the name of the nerve. On old Olympus, tiny tops, a friendly Viking grew vines and hops. Spinal nerves. There are 31 pairs of nerves which extend from the spinal cord and communicate with the body below the head. These have no special names. They are numbered according to the level of the vertebral column at which they emerge from the spinal cavity. Be careful, though. There are 7 cervical vertebrae and 8 cervical nerves. The reason for this is the first pair of cervical nerves emerge above the first cervical vertebrae, so between the skull and C1. So 8 pairs of cervical nerves. There are 12 pairs of thoracic nerves, 5 pairs of lumbar nerves, 5 pairs of sacral nerves, and 1 pair of coccygeal nerves.